You'd think two Grammy-winning, multi-million-selling recording artists would make beautiful music together. Instead, they made our list. Act of Love Gone Wrong number 14 is Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. She was pop music royalty, an angelic superstar who got her start singing in a church choir. He was a streetwise Boston kid who just left his boy band, so naturally, they fell for each other.
For Bobby, I mean, I'm sure that's a pretty big come up. I mean, you're known as Bobby Brown, bad boy from the hood, and here's Whitney Houston, you know, Grammy-winning, millions of records sold.
Whitney and Bobby first met at the Soul Train Music Awards on April 19th, 1989.
When she met Bobby, she sort of found this kind of soulmate, you know, this kind of tough kind of guy who she really was attracted to.
The pop power couple got married in the summer of 1992.
That probably was the most star-studded wedding in the history of celebrity weddings. I mean, people came from all walks of life.
The following year, they welcomed daughter Bobby Christina to the world. Then, things started to get a little weird. Throughout the mid to late 90s, Bobby had 3 DUIs and probation violations that landed him in jail.
Instead of bringing Bobby up to a classy, elegant level where Whitney Houston was in 1992, it seems that in the time they've been married, she's in many ways come down to more of a less classy level.
First, there was marijuana that cops found in Houston's handbag at an airport in Hawaii back in 2000. She pled no contest. Then there was the 2001 Michael Jackson tribute show, where observers were appalled by Whitney's alarmingly thin appearance.
People always said, you know, Bobby changed Whitney, but actually that's not really true, because Whitney was always tough. She was always sort of streetwise.
By 2003, Bobby finally seemed ready to turn his life around. Brown pleaded no contest in August to outstanding traffic and marijuana offenses from earlier in the year and paid $1,450 in fines. Despite Brown's history, the judge praised Bobby as a good role model with a wonderful wife. The judge spoke too soon. Fast forward to December 7th, 2003.
Up until the end of December, we really hadn't heard about any kind of physical abuse between Bobby and Whitney. But then in December of 2003, she made a 911 call and reported that he had hit her.
When officers arrived, they found Whitney with a bruise on her cheek and a cut on her lip. Whitney told police her husband was already on the way to the airport. In May, a judge ruled there was enough evidence for Brown to stand trial on a misdemeanor battery charge.
When you get to the point that you're fighting and beating each other, you might need to go and get some help. So I think everybody, you know, they were judging him.
On July 11th, 2004, Bobby turned himself in just hours before a court-ordered deadline on the battery charges. He paid a $2,000 bond and was released. On June 30th, 2005, Bobby's reality show premiered. The couple's devotion to each other was laid bare for the world to see, for better or worse.
For everybody who saw that, we'd kind of seen glimmers of why we thought they stayed together, because I think over time everybody kept thinking, why doesn't she just leave him? Why doesn't she just leave him? He's bringing her down.
The show, as well as their marriage, ran its course. On April 4th, 2007, Whitney was granted a divorce from her husband during a 10-minute court hearing. She was awarded sole custody of Bobby Christina. Whitney's clean and sober and working on a comeback. As for her ex, he's still being Bobby Brown.